everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Kiafa. Welcome back to all of my subscribers, and just hey to everybody that's just stopping through to just watch this video. The question was how do you find a job as a surgical tech? And I was just like, oh my god, I love that question. I like when y'all ask me questions because then they give me questions to answer on videos, especially questions that I don't know that people have. So I was like, okay, instead of me just responding, I am going to respond to that comment. I haven't responded to any of my comments yet. I'm going to do that today, hopefully. But the question was really good. So she was like, how do you find jobs, like as a surgical tech? And this person, I guess, has been well, I know according to the comment, has been a surgical tech for a while, and they haven't found a job yet, like a year later. And I was like, dang, that's crazy, because it's in such demand, especially like here in Jacksonville. And so hold on, y'all, my lens cap is shaking all over the place. Okay, yeah, so let me just tell y'all how I look for a job. Like, and it's not gonna be no long video because it's just not gonna be long. It's hot out here, it look like it's gonna rain. I'm not gonna be out here too long. But to answer the question, the first thing I do is I go onto Google. Normally I'm on my phone. I look on Google and I search the city I'm in, which I'm in Jacksonville, Florida, and then I search the surrounding city. In the search bar, if it allows you to expand your search, like go out 100 miles, or maybe not 100, like I would go like 50 to 60 miles, because that's about an hour. So if you go out that far, then normally you'll be able to find some type of jobs. But I'm taking for granted the city that I'm in. Jacksonville is a pretty large city, and there are several hospitals and surgery centers and clinics and doctor's offices here in Jacksonville and in the surrounding areas. So there is always a need for surgical techs here, or anybody in the medical field for that matter. Like, it's always somebody looking for help. And so the first thing I would do, like I said, was to go online and do a search within the city and the surrounding areas. The second thing, I should say the second way, I've also looked for jobs or found jobs networking, either person-to-person networking, just because you know people, and I might know like an X-ray tech at Orange Park, and they might be like, hey, you know, such and such is looking for some surgical techs, or, you know, if you're interested, hit them up, let them know I sent you. Another way is to go onto Facebook and get in one of these surgical tech groups, and people post in there all the time. Like, it's normally recruiters. They're on Facebook and on LinkedIn. You can always find a recruiter, whether it's a hospital recruiter or like a traveling company. So that's another thing to kind of look into. If you're having a hard time finding jobs in your area, I would definitely look into recruiting, into traveling, if you have that option. Another place to look, and a lot of people overlook this, is the actual company's website. So like UF Shands is here, or University, I don't know how they say it, but UF is here, and let's just say I wanted to work there. I would go onto their website and I would look at what jobs they have on the website. So when you look on the company's website, and they'll show you all of those jobs for all of the locations, and you can just kind of look through and just put in surgical tech or whatever your job description is, and just go through them yourself. Now, after you have applied, what I would do is I would wait a couple of days, or maybe a week at the most, and then I would call the OR and ask to speak to the nurse manager. That's what I would do. I mean, sorry for scratching. Some places don't let you call straight through to the OR. But if you just call and just be like, yes, can I have the nurse manager? And then when the nurse manager get on the phone, just say, hey, my name is Kiafa, and I'm a surgical tech. I'm following up with an application. And some people are gonna talk to you, and some people are gonna say, well, you need to talk to Human Resources. That's fine. You just want to plant that little seed of who you are into their brain. Now, let's just say you can't get them on the phone, right? We don't need them on the phone. We just need to be able to communicate with them. So email them, call the front desk and say, yes, I want to speak to the nurse manager. I left a message, but is there any way that I can get their email address? Sometimes they'll give it to you, sometimes they won't. You just gotta try to find out. Like, if you get their email address, let me tell you something, you better email them. Make it professional. Like, use the email as a cover letter, and put all of your certifications and your resume, put all that in there. Now, if you are new don't worry about it. You don't have no work experience as a surgical tech. Don't worry about it. Apply for things. Just apply for everything. It don't matter if they want experience or not. Just apply for it and just let them tell you no. Now, most places, if they want a certification, then they're gonna want the certification, and that's something that you probably won't be able to get around. So I'm gonna say if you're new and you don't have your certification, I'm gonna say get your certification, because that'll definitely get you in the door. Like a new surgical tech that doesn't have their certification versus a surgical tech that does, will get, that other person will get the job more than likely. It's a couple of facilities here that you can't even work at unless you are certified. Like they won't even, like I just did an interview not too long ago. When I was on the phone with the lady when she was calling to follow up with me, she asked me specifically if I had my certification. Then she asked me for the number, and while we was on the phone, she verified it on the MBS TSA website. If you're new, another way that you can find a job is look up all the doctors' offices. Like look up the offices and email them your resume. Like you don't need the recruiters, but you need them for, like, just go straight to the doctor. Some of them hire private surgical techs, and it don't really matter that you're fresh out of school. So I would just look at, sorry for scratching too, y'all, it's like bugs out here biting me. But yeah, look around and online, look up the doctors. Definitely, like, if you look up like plastic surgeons, because they normally do in-office procedures, try them. You know, I'm not saying all plastic surgeons do do procedures in their office and things like that, but I would definitely reach out to the plastic surgeons in your community and just let them know, you know, that you're available to be their surgical tech. And some of them will hop on it and some of them won't. I will also apply to all services. Even if you don't think you qualify, like eyes, I would apply to, because they always pay more for some reason. And I would apply to endoscopy jobs. And I know a lot of people don't like to do endoscopy, but endoscopy is really easy. Maybe you can be a labor and delivery tech, which most labor and delivery techs are surgical techs, because you still scrubbing, especially C-sections and stat C-sections, stuff like that. But yeah, you guys, so Google is gonna be your friend, or I ain't gonna necessarily say Google. It could be Bing, it could be Yahoo. Just search. I don't care which one it is. It could be just search surgical tech jobs in your area and all the surrounding areas. Network within the community. Go to like meetup events or any type of event where other surgical techs will be at. Do that. Network with doctors and just find out where they're hanging out at. Like it ain't that hard. Trust me, it ain't that hard. You just gotta think like how they think, especially in your community. Look online and see what kind of events is coming up for either doctors. I wouldn't really look at the doctors. I would probably do more so like the surgical techs, because excuse me, they gonna let you know where you should be working and where you shouldn't be working at. Like honestly, we talk, the community is very small. And like if you want to go work for somebody and I'm like, you know, I'm not going to tell you not to go because your experience may be different from mine, but I'll give you my experience and let you know how I looked at it and was just like yes or no to that facility. Job boards, like some of the schools I know, they have job boards, and like community college that's in Panama City, they have a surgical assistant program, and the director, it was Miss Libby. And what she would do is she would always email you out like jobs. Like I was always getting, I hope she's okay because I haven't got an email from her in a while, or maybe they just took me out their email list. But they will always be sending out jobs saying, hey, somebody in this Colorado is looking for this, or somebody in Massachusetts, and somebody in Miami needs this, you know. But if I was you and you was new, I would definitely look into getting my certification. I would definitely be networking on Facebook, Instagram. I done seen jobs on Instagram, like so many jobs on these people's websites. It's crazy. And sometimes we don't go that extra route. We'll just go further enough to look on Google to see what's on Google. But it's definitely more positions available on the company's website than what they promote on Google. The ones they promote on Google or Indeed or anything like that are the ones they're trying to get filled immediately. So yeah, you guys, I'm trying to think. I think that's all I got for you. Like, I don't know how much editing I'm gonna do on this video, but It might be long, it might not be long. I'm about to do another video, and it's another question that I got. So I like the questions. Y'all just ask me. Just ask me the questions. And so I got another interview coming up on Tuesday, and we're going to talk about it. We're going to go, I'm going to talk about what I'm going to do, prepare for the interview and everything like that. And then we're going to talk about how that interview went compared to the last interview I did. So y'all make sure y'all be looking out for that one. To the person that asked the question and other people, and I will catch y'all in a few minutes.